So you want to definitely identify them. The next thing you want to do is dispute the inaccuracy. So I'm saying basically the same thing. Look for the missed payments on your credit report, identify how it's reported, and then actually do a dispute. Now, you can dispute in different ways. If you call them, it's totally up to you if you want to call them. I'm not going to tell you what's right or wrong. I can't determine what's best for you. What I can tell you is by being a professional in this game with the most effective method, and that would be to write a dispute letter. But just in case you decide you got it, you don't need to listen to me, you're going to do what you want to do. Let's walk through those different ways real quick on how to dispute your inaccuracies. You can actually give each credit bureau a call and talk to them over the phone and bring up the fact that the information is wrong. The problem with that is you're only talking to each credit bureau individually. So what that means is you don't have anything to compare it to, the inaccuracy. So if the missed payment is reporting 30 days late on one and reporting 1 month, and then the other two are reporting maybe 120 days or 60 days, 90 days, and they have different months, you can't prove your point that this is an inaccurate reporting that's violating your rights under the FCRA because you have nothing to compare it to. You're calling them only talking about their credit report, and as far as they're concerned, it probably looks good. Now, you might look up and you might have a missed payment where you had a perfect payment history, and then boom, all of a sudden it shows that you're 90 days late, and then you're 30 days, and then you're current again. We know math does not work that way. So if it's something like that and you want to dispute it over the phone, go ahead, do your thing. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that works. Another way you can get your missed payments, not dispute per se, you can do a goodwill letter. The last two customers asked me if they could do a goodwill letter. I'm not a fan of goodwill letters. I'm not a fan of begging, but I noticed after, especially after the pandemic, it hasn't really worked, and it didn't really work then. But you can write a goodwill letter to the company, say, make it a really sad story, and just say, hey, listen, I fell on hard times, life be lifing. No, don't put that in your letter, but life be lifing and times are tough. Could you please do me a solid and overturn this missed payment? Now, the catch with that is it's okay to request that, and at times they do overturn it, but usually they return it if you overturn the missed payment, if it's one missed payment, and if you have a track record of paying your bills on time. If you're usually missing your payments here and there, they're less inclined to flip it for you. Now, your immediate customer service rep that you're talking to, they may not understand what a goodwill letter is. So just don't stress out, don't curse them out or anything.